Hello, it's about the remaining units of the chapter 3 again. Why I have to say remaining unit? Because 3.4 is 3 and 3.5 would is kind of interrelated. The relationship between 3.4 and 3.5 is uh, very close. Okay, so to start with, I would like to talk with the IT industry. What is IT industry? IT industry is talking about processing information. For example, this one Office 207, and then also this one. No matter is hardware or software, it is also regarded as the IT industry. But what are the characteristics of the IT industry? First of all, the energy load out, the technology, sorry, load out is large, and also if we have large technology, definitely we have to provide a lot of capital to make them happening, and more importantly, high value added. Okay, why? Because originally the iPhone may just cost 200 USD, but nowadays we can sell it for 1000 USD. So we can regard this as a high value added industry. Okay, and then it's high research and development intensive lah, high tech lah, as I've just said before, and also the life cycle is short. Let's think about it. How about your iPhone? iPhone is just maybe having latest model may just last for 1 year or 2 years, just like the 11 Pro. Mr. Learn just buy for several months, and right now it's already outdated, and then the SE2 is coming. Okay, so the demand is ever changing. Okay, so as this has shown. Okay, this figure is talking about the IT, the life cycle of the IT products. Okay, what's happening here? It's just talking about how the new product being introduced into market and how it end up. Okay, for example, the maybe we have iPhone 12. I don't know whether we have iPhone 9 or iPhone 12 or not. Okay, because I don't know the exact name. No matter is iPhone 12 or iPhone 9, just regard that is iPhone 12. Okay, don't try to argue with me. Okay, no time to doing so. iPhone 12 will be we will regard it as the development. Why is in a development? Because we know it's here, but it's not yet widespread induced to the market yet. OK 你可能見到好多人話喂，我揸住個 iPhone 9噶咯有啲明星可能試緊個 iPhone 9，不過佢未完全投入個市場嘅話咧，this is development。OK 呢個係 development 嚟嘅。OK but how about the others？iPhone SE maybe in this position right now SE2 係嘛？Introduction and growth, they are just going to introduce into the market, and then the market share is trying to grow. But iPhone 11 is matured because there are no new things can be added on the iPhone 11 already. Okay, so they are the top selling model among the Apple shop. So they are having a lot of development already and a lot of how to say a lot of advancement for making the iPhone 11 become perfect already. So right now it's mature to the market, and then they are having a good sale in the market and taking a great share of the market. Okay, but for the iPhone 8 and 10, they are declining. Okay, new products coming out, and then sales for the old product they are having a decline of sales. So accordingly, in general, every new product of the iPhone is having a short life cycle. Okay, and so this is the description, and the life cycle of IT product is short and 3 years only. Okay, but where are we going to do for the research and development? Mostly in the USA. Okay, how about the production? Production you can see right here, mostly in the Southeast Asia and also the China. Okay, but why? But why? A lot about why. What is this type of production mode first? This multi-point production. Okay, some of you in the quiz or in the examination paper, you may see, what are these production modes? Mainly just asking about multi-point production. Okay, So, but why they are having why having this kind of development? Okay, because the production requirement at the first, as I have said before, this one is maybe iPhone 7, iPhone 9 or iPhone 12. Right now, iPhone SE2 is here, and iPhone 11 is here, iPhone 8 or 10 is here. Okay, as I said before. Okay, the development is highly research and development required, and then a large number of scientists is have to doing out the carrying out the research and development, and then skilled labor is needed, high technology level is needed, and then it need a lot of venture capital. What is the venture capital? Just like Tencent 騰訊啊，可能你 maybe your mom have buy the Tencent shares, okay, at the very beginning, and 2003 when they going to introduce into the market with just several dollars, but nowadays it's already almost $400, okay. So why this is a venture capital? No one will know Tencent will become such a great giant nowadays. On that time, everybody just maybe you can just ask your mom. They never know Tencent will boom like this. Okay, will increase like this. Okay, they are just trying to play a trial and error game to see whether this kind of gaming company can be develop into great giant or not. Just have a trial, okay, just pay some money and have a trial, okay. Just like Mr. Leung is also keep looking about the stock market, and then previously Razer, I think you should know Razer, right, a very famous gaming company, and then Mr. Leung may pay some money for buying a Razer, but finally Razer's stock price dropped, and Mr. Leung going to cry. So Mr. Leung can pay some venture capital, and also the entire middle class of the large cities can provide some venture capital to let the R&D industry to do their research, and definitely if they succeed, we can get some money lah. But if lost, then no big deal at all. Mr. Leung still can breathe, will not going to commit suicide because losing a lot of money. Okay, so this kind are regarded as the venture capital, and mostly we can just find it in Hong Kong or New York or London. This kind of large listing stock listing cities. Okay, maturity. How about the maturity? Maturity, we need a lot of labor intensive, because we need a lot of cheap and semi-skilled labor for the standardized, routine, and also repetitive production. Mostly, it needs to be less developed country. Sorry, I haven't told that the previous one, the stage 1 and stage 2 should be in the more developed countries. Okay. So accordingly, wow, you can see a lot of red square right here. All of them are talking about the industrial cluster. In United States, okay. So when we are talking about Silicon Valley in United States, it is just not enough to describe the whole thing. Okay, we have different kind of Silicon Silicon blah blah blah, Silicon blah blah blah. Okay, but anyway, but mainly we are going to focus in the Silicon Valley. Okay, just to let you know. Okay. As we have said before, why we have to cluster it together? Because we can obtain the agglomeration economies. It's all this economies also more more rapid in the IT industry. Why? Because IT is very specialized industry. Okay, one company is just going to do a very tiny little part of the processes. For example, iPhone is just doing the research and development, and how about the making of the iPhone is goes to the Foxconn hand, 富士康 okay, and then they are very specialized. So agglomeration is more important than iron and steel. Okay, R&D center, why they have to make them agglomerated? Because it can induce innovation, establish business contact, share infrastructure, not just roll up right here. Wi-Fi network, 3D printer, those are the things that we can share. Create some innovative culture and business environment. Okay, build a business reputation. For example, oh, I work in Silicon Valley. It sounds very, very fabulous, right? But actually, maybe I'm just working as a sodium or clean. Do you know what is sodium? Okay, cleaner in the Silicon Valley. Okay, but still working in Silicon Valley. So very good. Okay, so this is a reputation. Okay, how about the production plan? Production plan can also share the infrastructure, as I said before, the roads and also other power resource and also water resource can be shared, and also labor land rents can be lowered. Okay, let's have our case. The first case, Silicon Valley. Silicon Valley is talking about the whole thing. Okay, it's a valley, right? From the San Francisco to St. George. Okay, what are the characteristics right there? First of all, it's next to the university, Harvard. So it can arouse exchange of innovative ideas, and also it's next to the transport infrastructure. For example, we can find a lot of airport right here. Okay, we have 4 international airports right here. Okay, so it can let the guys that need to attend a meeting from Facebook, from Apple, very easily. Okay, and then a good working environment. I want to show you the Apple headquarters. Okay, wait a minute. Apple headquarters, which is called the Infinity Loop. It's also in the it's Apple campus. So I want Apple headquarters. Oh, come on. Not this one. But anyway, let it be this one. Yeah. It's just next to it. But I don't know why it's not showing this is Apple headquarters. But anyway, you can see the environment is very good for the Apple headquarters. Okay. And then a lot of greenery is here. Why? Because they need to work in a relatively pleasant environment to reduce their pressure. If not, they will get crazy for keep developing new tricks in Apple. Okay, so accordingly, they need to have a good environment and then good community and also auxiliary service. As you can see before, as you can see in the Google Earth, we can find a lot of daycare center to help the workers right there to relieve their daily care for the kids. Okay, and also the low and dispersed office plants, laboratory building with modern design, which is also like this. You can see it's very low. Okay, 唔係好高嘅啫。Okay, and then dispersed 好散落嘅 not very concentrated. Okay, it's providing a convenient working environment to there. Okay, how about the labor? Labor is having a large pool of skilled labor as well. Okay, and access to the capital, as I have said before. Okay, venture capital, just like Mr. Leung's money. Okay, we can easily find it in the large cities, middle class. Okay, government policy may provide some financial support to the R&D maintain a favorable business environment. For example, low land rent, tax on cession. Okay, how about land attribute? The suburbs with large cities with greenery and good amenities. So cheap land rents is important with good infrastructure. How about the technology and innovation? High level of technology lead to the university and then research institution. Lead to the market, global market, which means they are just lead to access with the international airport, which is very important. International airport. Okay, transport network and telecommunication infrastructure, as I said before. R&D. So accordingly, R&D mostly are in the more developed region or countries. Production mostly are in the less developed region or countries. Okay. But we will have other kinds of IT industry in the LDC too, because for the MDC we are always doing the research, but for the development we always lead the LDC. Why? Because what is the difference between the research and development? Research is just going to find the new things out, okay, invent, which is just about, okay, but the development is making the new invents become more user friendly, okay. So if we don't know what's happening for those LDC or for those foreign countries, we cannot make the new product become more user friendly, just like iPhone, just like the CV in the iPhone, okay. If you don't know the slangs about India, or just like the slangs in 广东话, okay, if you don't know the slangs in Chinese, we cannot make the iPhone become more user friendly to the Hong Kong people or to the Chinese, okay. So development, to a certain extent, it leads to develop in the LDC, okay. And also another kinds of development is called outsourcing. What's outsourcing? For example, India is very good in IT skills already. So some of the lower end software development from the United States will be outsourced to the India. For example, the database collection or the customer service will be doing in the India. Why? Because R&D is already quite good in there, and also from here you can find some good things that can make the India become more a suitable site for the development, okay. For example, the time zone, which is just really opposite of the United States, okay. When United States is in night and then India is in day, so it can pick up a 7/24 working hours with United States, okay. They can do the night shift for the United States, and also the official language is English, so that they are commutable, okay. A lot of graduates, and then the monthly salary of a software developer was very cheap, okay. Favorable government policy also provided tax holidays and also tax incentives, okay. The infrastructure also okay. So this I'm not going to it into detail, okay. How about China? China is but China is also similar with India, but nowadays they are suffering some return back to United States. Why? First of all, the increasing labor cost, labor shortage, and then better labor protection cause the labor cost become higher. Land cost also higher because the land use competition is keen. Appreciation of currency, renminbi, is getting higher, okay. And also the intellectual properties protection is not very good, just like the legal disputes between New Balance and New Balance, okay. 唔講粗口啊，你知邊間嘅啦 ，New Balance and New Balance 嗰間咧嚇，OK 嚇，so we will have some problem, okay. This one E phone is almost 1,000, and then B phone 話 talking something okay. It's just 1,000 in renminbi, so it is very cheap, and then it's also the sign that intellectual property is not well protected, okay. How about the poor policy of United States? And as Donald Trump always said, we have to build an iPhone company, iPhone factory in United States. What should they do? They have to impose high quota and also high tariff to the IT industry. Automation, you can reduce the labor cost by automation, by the automatic robots and also the robotic arms to assemble different kind of parts, okay. Higher labor quality, okay. Market is large, which can save the transport costs and also more responsive to the market change. Made in United States is a good brand, okay, so it can increase the sales. So accordingly, the comparative advantage 嗰個對比優勢okay, related to the production cost of the manufactured good of China is diminishing, okay. This term which is talking about we are moving originally. It is USA and then move to China and then move to USA. This phenomenon we will call it as reshoring. Okay, 回流啊，就係咁解。Okay, why is it good? It may be good because it can create jobs to the local sector and also reduce the problem of the unemployment. As I've said before, if unemployment, there will be a lot of social problem, and then reshoring can be a good sign of paying the social responsibility to the domestic economic development. Okay, but is it all the things that's happening? No, because some of the production plant is still taking place in LDC. Okay, why? Because generally this kind of country is still having a low cost, such as Bangladesh, such as Mexico. Okay, relocation also incurs high costs, just like the things that Mr. Leung talking about. Why Mr. Leung are not going to move from Sha Tin to Togowan right now? Okay, and strong labor union in United States. Okay, the labor is very is very united and then fight for their own rights, so it can increase the production cost for the United States employer. The labor regulation is strict, okay, so that it cannot also increase the labor cost. Okay, the pollution control is strong, so that they have to pay a lot of money as well. More production operation away from China may weaken the competitiveness of the US IT firm in China, which is an emerging market. Okay, it's also a market factors. Okay, comparison between iron, steel, and IT. I'm not going to go into talk. Okay, not very important. Okay, so let's go to 3.5. Okay, let's see anything I have missed. This one. Globalization impact is also important. Okay, originally the IT can build their own factory in the home country and sell them in foreign markets. Okay, but nowadays, what should they do? They may set up another foreign market. They will set up in the production plant in the foreign market, and as a foreign direct investment and sell the product there. Okay, so this is the main phenomenon of the globalization. Okay, the headquarters will keep in home country, but the production plant will move to the area with lower cost. Standardized production is outsourced. Okay, and then this will having a great bargaining power to their opponent suppliers, and then because they can do it in a large scale, and then in general the input will become lower price. Okay, so let's go to the 3.5, which is also about your globalization. Before we start the globalization, I would like to introduce this thing. This thing we will call it as multiplier effect. What's multiplier effect? I've talked before actually. As there are new plants right here, and then we have to acquire a lot of people. First one, second one, and then second people, and then we have to a lot of job, and then a lot of people coming in, and then a lot of related business will set up, and then the local economy booms, and then the tax revenue for the government is increased, and then in turn the government will provide more infrastructure. So this one originally I just pay maybe 1 million for that, but the whole thing, the whole economy may work for 10 billion already. Okay, so this economy is increasing by 10 or several times. So accordingly, this one we will call it as a multiplier. Okay, multiplier effect. This one we will call it as multiplier effect. Okay, Okay, I've explained the whole thing. Okay, and then the industrial location will also result in the international flow of the labor. Okay, when the United States IT firm outsource their firms to LDC, it will be a good thing for the LDC as the multiplier can make the LDC economy blooms. Okay, and also the some of the managerial personnel and specialists from United States are also sent there. Okay, to certain to certain extent, the technological know-how will be transferred to the LDC as well. But what are the problems? Air pollution, water pollution, and land pollution. Not going to discuss in detail. Noise pollution. Okay, blah 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 blah. Not going to talk. Okay, and but how about the industrial relocation? This one is the recipient of the factory, but this one is talking about the place that is having the factory leaving. Okay, once the factory closed, job loss, and then the job lower, and then become unemployment, low income, social problems in, and then less money in the local shop and then service, and then local economy decline, less tax revenue, and then less money, new investment shrink. Okay, so this one can this multiplier effect can be reversed. Okay, just like the things that happen in Hong Kong. Okay, Hong Kong is suffering the factory migration, our leaving. Okay, throughout these few decades. Okay, so you can see the industrial development is declining, and then the economy related to the industrial area of Hong Kong is also declining. Nowadays, when you go to the Cheung Sha Wan and also go to the To Kwa Wan, most of the industrial building is not for industrial, maybe just for the 時倉迷你倉 the storage. Okay, or even for the garage. Okay, so they are not really doing the industrial things. Okay, or even they are having living in idle. Okay, just like some of the building next to your school, which is idle, in industrial building which is idle. So it's not a good condition. Okay, but where do the industry move that? Okay, it mostly moved to the Zhujiang Delta. Okay, why? Because closer business ties between the headquarters and Zhujiang Delta, and then restructuring of industry, higher demand, and then the tertiary industry become the largest employer and substituting the industry of Hong Kong. Okay, how can we do something to reduce this problem, make the economy more diversified, more tertiary industry such as banking, financial service, tourism, just like To Kwa Wan nowadays, not just industrial. The industrial building is occupied by the tourism, right? Okay, most of the as you can see, when you go outside of the school, you can find a lot of mainlanders. Why they are here? Because they are going to the industrial building for buying something, for buying the gold, buying the jewelry, so on and so forth. Okay, attracting investment. Okay, maybe improve the infrastructure just like Hong Kong, and then the tax and financial incentive, imposing high tariff, but not for Hong Kong because Hong Kong is tax free. Okay, just like United States, improving production efficiency, introducing some new technology, train the worker, improve the firm's management, and then close down the inefficient firms. Okay, upgrading its workers' skills, and then also providing a safety net, just like the social security system. Okay, 綜援啊嗰啲咁樣啦 comprehensive security assistance schemes 啦 OK but the environmental problem have not been addressed yet, but how to tackle closing down the polluting industry lah, using natural gas instead of coal, building sewage treatment plant, those are the things that we can do. Okay, so that is for the 3.4 and 3.5, and not go away first. Okay, summary. I just want to go through with you also with the summary. Okay, I will give you in the once the YouTube is uploaded. Okay, and then for the IT industry, and also IT industry in the LDC. This one is for the MDC. This one is for the LDC. I think this one will be in your page. Let's see. After the iron steel, page 1, page 2, page 3, page 4, page 5. It should be your page 5 of your summary. Okay, which is about IT, and then it's also in short, you have to memorize it factor by factor for every emergence of the industrial cluster. OK， 每個工業嗰啲集聚嘅地區咧，你都用呢個表去解佢咧，其實就 OK 嘅啦。When you are going to analyze or explain the location, the formation of certain industrial cluster, no matter it's Silicon Valley, 中關村 in China or Cyberport in Hong Kong, you have to do it by these factors. And I'm not going to do it one by one for you for here as well, okay? Because it's already too long for me for taking YouTube already. Okay? There's some IT, okay? And then afterward, this one is talking about globalization. For your page 7 is your globalization. This one is MDC. MDC mainly taking care for the R&D. And then LDC mainly taking care for the assembling. Okay? You can have a look one by one. Okay? I'm not going to talk with you in detail here. Okay? So that's it for the chapter 3. See you.